Richmond Hill to Markham, Newmarket, and Vaughan, there are thousands of places to eat in York Region. Our job is to find them, try them, and tell you about them. We're going across the region and uncovering these great spots. It's tough work, but we're committed to it.
Whoa, that is a loaded dish there.
This week on Eat Here York Region, sushi anyone? Anjali takes us to KaKa Sushi in Markham for some pretty fancy and modern stacked sushi. Rob goes for healthy Mediterranean at the Fat Beet in Thornhill. And I head up north to Newmarket, where I try some traditional Spanish at Lobo Iberico. Grab your bags, pack your appetite, and we're off. Years ago, my husband and I took a trip to Spain. And since that time, I've been searching high and low for a tapas or Spanish restaurant in York Region. Well, I think I found it. Lobo Iberico opened here in Newmarket just over a year ago. And in addition to serving tapas, I hear they also have a mean paella. I think this is such a lovely place. I've never been to a restaurant quite like this before.
Well, I wanted to do something different. I had traveled quite a bit, and I really fell in love with the socialness of the eating in Spain, specifically the tapas. And I found, and you can find tapas restaurants anywhere. Sometimes there are 2 tables. It's kind of funny. It could be 2 levels, but 4 tables. So that was sort of the thing here is when I was looking for space. This space just kind of spoke to me, and I knew that I could transform it.
And transform it she did. The 16-seat restaurant pays homage to tapas restaurants in Spain, from the decorative elements to the signature chalkboard detail found in many tapas restaurants overseas.
And I just really wanted something in Newmarket that was comfortable for adults, because I do find that it's either a little bit too young or too loud, and this is a place where you can really come and enjoy yourself.
For people who've never had Spanish cuisine from Spain, because we want to make it clear that it's from Spain.
Right, it's not Latin. Yes.
Right. Yeah. What is Spanish food or tapas all about?
Tapas comes from the word tapa, and tapa means lid or cover. And what it was is, you know, in days gone by, you would have your glass of ale or wine, and you didn't want flies or anything in your beverage, basically. So you would cover it with a slice of cheese or bread or something like that, and then you would just kind of nibble on it. So that's kind of where the tradition came from, and the fact that they really don't eat a dinner until 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So they need something throughout the day. They usually have lunch around, 3 o'clock, and then they need something between that, like 5 o'clock and 10 o'clock thing. Very, very social. So you order, a couple of dishes, it comes to the middle of the table, and everybody shares. So it's that sort of the socialness of it.
Many people assume that Spanish cuisine is spicy, but Trish reinforces that it's not about spice and sauces, but about flavor. The restaurant pays special attention to pairing wines with their food to enhance this offering, just as they do in Spain. So let's talk about the food.
Sure.
'Cause that's why I'm here.
Yes.
It all looks really good. Tapas, some bigger tapas or sharing platters, paella. What are your signature items here?
Paella for sure. With the paella, we do import the rice. So the rice is, the bamba rice is only grown in one part of Spain. This rice is a specialty rice that is grown for the paella. So most rices are closed and then you put the sauce on top, and that's great. This rice is a porous open rice. So when it's cooking and it's bubbling with all the broth and the ingredients, it's taking in those flavors.
But if you want to try the tapas, Lobo Iberico caters to many different palates. There are gluten-free options, high-protein options, vegan-friendly, lighter fares, and heavier ones. A very well-rounded menu. A must-try, potatoes done 2 ways. A creamy garlic aioli on one side, and on the other, a hot tomato sauce. A beautiful contradiction. And another potato fave, the potato puffs.
So when you say potato puffs, it doesn't sound very exciting, but believe me, these are absolutely delicious. She's got like a dollop of the potato, sort of like a mashed potato with a crust on the outside, and then it's sitting in a dollop of the garlic aioli, and it's phenomenal. It's so popular now that we've put it on our summer menu, which will then move to our main menu.
As soon as I opened the menu, the first thing that caught my eye was like, bam, flaming garlic shrimp. Mm-hmm. Must have?
Must have. I would also say the piquillo peppers. That is the dish that I had in Spain where I was really trying to use my manners and not lick my plate. It was so good. No, so we jokingly call it the licking plate. So piquillo peppers, they're a pepper that we import from Spain. They're a sweet, no heat pepper. It's stuffed with bechamel, with a little bit of salted cod. And the sauce on top is a sweet red bell pepper sauce. And that's the sauce that you have to have bread in, because we make it all, you know, polite here. You don't have to lick your plate. And it's just been, we can't keep them. We can't keep enough of them.
And so I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about one of my favorite drinks.
Okay.
Sangria.
Okay. You want my special recipe? Is that what we're saying?
I just want to taste it. I will not leave here without trying the sangria.
Well, I will be glad to make some for you. And I will tell you that we have a white sangria now, and I absolutely adore it, even though I am an avid red wine drinker. So if you want to try that one too, we'll give you a try.
All right, deal. I might have to try both.
Yeah.
It's for the job.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I usually order the first thing to grab my attention on a menu, and today it was the flaming garlic shrimp. They're sauteed in olive oil and then tossed with Spanish smoked paprika. Here we go. I was right. Julian, I'm so excited to be here at Lobo Iberico. Trish tells me I have to try the paella.
You do. It's one of the best dishes we have here. It's our signature dish and highly recommended. So we'll start with our bomba rice, and depending on the size, this is our small size. You can go small, medium, large. Then we get our paella veg, which is a mixture of zucchini, red pepper, green pepper, a little bit of peas, and then the tricky part, which is the liquid. This is the secret ingredient right here. We start with some paprikas. This is a smoked Spanish, and this is a sweet smoked Spanish. Then we add our salt, garlic. This is sofrito, which is pretty much Spanish tomato sauce. Our saffron liquid, and then you fill it up with some chicken stock.
Get all that goodness in there.
Get all the good stuff. Now come over to the oven, and then you let it boil for about 5 minutes.
It doesn't get more traditional than paella at a Spanish restaurant.
Exactly.
It smells so good.
Oh yeah. For our mixta, which is our chicken and our seafood, start with our calamari, the shrimp, then chicken, then the mussels.
This is a healthy portion of paella.
So this would generally feed a family of 4, but if you're really hungry, 2 people could, I've seen it happen, sit down and eat it all. Over here to the oven, put that in convection. We're at 15 minutes.
You know, a lot of people have made comments like, I feel like I'm in my living room. And that's kind of our philosophy. It's kind of our house.
It's very endearing.
Yeah, yeah. We have quite a fan club.
What's not to like? In addition to the amazing food, there's this adorable love tree where patrons leave sweet nothings and live music on the weekends. Lobo Iberico is a unique addition to the York Region dining scene. I have to tell you, everything here at Lobo Iberico is simply delightful. From the paella made to order, to all of the tapas, to the sangria in red and white and served in mason jars. I can taste Spain in every single dish, and I love the atmosphere here. It's quaint and comfortable and just right.
I'm gonna dig in right now. It looks amazing.
Still to come on Eat Here York Region, Rob enjoys some shrimp pico and chickpea patties at the Fat Beet in Thornhill, and Angeli takes us for some of the fanciest sushi in Markham.
Tell me a little bit about your famous torch sushi.
The blue torch sushi is very special. They use fresh ingredient and they blue torch it and with homemade special sauce. Put it on top and plus fresh ingredients. And that is endless creativity.
Usually when you think of all-you-can-eat sushi, you think fast and casual dining. But now that KaKa All You Can Eat is open in Markham, they're really changing the game. Ambient lighting, upscale decor, and a full-on dessert menu that's made in-house. And it's here in York Region. here with Irene, who is the general manager here at KaKa. Irene, what does KaKa mean? Where did that name come from?
It's very unique. It's actually a name come up from my boss wife when she traveled to Japan. It's a little flower grows on a little hill. So she asked the people over there, and they say it's KaKa. So she loved that name, and we use that for this restaurant.
And tell me a little bit about your famous torch sushi.
The blowtorch sushi is very special. They use fresh ingredient and they blow torch it, and with homemade special sauce, put it on top, and plus fresh ingredients. And that is endless creativity.
Creativity is definitely at the forefront of the menu here. Using a special bamboo mold, they create their signature oshi or pressed maki. It starts with fresh fish. Next, rice. Raw fish is added to the middle to ensure a balance of flavors. It's topped off with a little more rice, and then it's pressed to hold it all in place. But that's not all. Chef and owner Frank Liu specializes in original, slow-cooked sauces, which really elevate the flavors. So is it special soy sauce?
Yeah, it's house-made.
Yum. Next, the rolls are blowtorched for a quick sear and a layer of smoky flavor, creating the aburi-style sushi that KaKa is now famous for. Naturally, I had to get in on the action. Don't try this at home. It's a lot of fun. Chef Frank's unique garnishes really take the sushi to the next level.
It's like Japanese grapefruit.
Yeah, it has that same citrusy sort of smell. Crispy shallots and sour plum flakes are some of the finishing touches. And trust me, you've never tasted sushi like this. If you order the chef's signature sushi plate, expect to see different types of fish, scallops, and even beef, each paired with their own signature sauce. With fusion combos like tuna with gooseberry and green peppercorn chutney, barbecue snapper with Japanese yuzu zest, and beef tataki with chimichurri sauce, this is definitely not your typical sushi.
I want to make the food that everybody can enjoy it. Maybe not fancy, but the taste-wise, people different experience. For example, the salmon, I can use a different sauce from different region, different like Mexican, Asia, France, Italian, like it become like a different flavor, right? You can taste different from different countries.
Chef Frank says he opened the restaurant to make the experience of high-end Japanese cuisine available to patrons without the high price tag. And at under $30 per person, this is a one-of-a-kind, all-you-can-eat experience that's also affordable.
Customer service is definitely very, very important. We want to make the service slightly better than other all-you-can-eat.
KaKa's unique ordering system helps with that. Simply select the dishes you'd like on the touchscreen tablet, and your order will be sent to the kitchen. Talk about tech savvy. The restaurant also encourages patrons to photograph and share their meals on social media and loves interacting with their customers online. While specialty sushi is the main attraction, you'll also find your classic favorites here and some new items with a twist. Try the lamb skewers with a spicy Szechuan seasoning or the shrimp honey mustard roll. To satisfy your sweet tooth, nothing typical here. You'll find chocolate ganache squares, creme brulee, and my personal favorite, a refreshing mango lychee slush to cleanse your palate. Chef Frank's sushi rolls are so unique that people are lining up to give it a try. If you want to taste this pressed sushi for yourself, I suggest make a reservation. And don't leave without trying their sparkling sake. Cheers.
Still to come on Eat Here York Region, the Fat Beet is redefining Mediterranean dining. Rob visits next. Don't go anywhere.
Now chickpea is used in Middle East too, and is used in India too. So it's a crossover. That's how I define this cuisine. It's a crossover cuisine. Well, the idea came in. I wanted to do short ribs, steak and eggs in a pita bread. I couldn't fit them in properly. And then the idea came in, okay, why not come up with a crossover between a pita bread and a taco? So just for fun, I said, okay, we'll call it pico.
When I'm looking for a new place to eat, I'm looking for restaurants that are offering something different. I'm looking for restaurants that are elevating the traditional tasting dish by pairing it with a flavor or ingredient not thought of before. So, in my search for different, I came across this place, the Fat Beet in Thornhill. Just wait until you see their dishes.
The whole idea was behind not doing an Indian restaurant. I'm known for Indian restaurants. This is the first time I've gone beyond my comfort zone.
And we're glad he did. While you may find some Indian-inspired dishes, the menu boasts an innovative crossover of cultures, drawing inspiration from chefs in England and Israel.
I was very inspired by Otto Lengi in England and Eyal Shani in Israel, Tel Aviv. And I visited them. I went through their restaurants, and I wanted to bring a part of what they were doing. It's more about inspiration, and it's my version of what they're doing. I wanted to bring that to the city.
Take, for example, their chickpea patties. Chickpeas are often used in the Middle East and are used in India too. Chef Vaughan elevates this dish with a generous portion of coconut and curry leaf paste, serving as a creamy and cold contrast to the crispy patty.
Now, chickpea is used in Middle East too, and is used in India too, so it's a crossover. That's how I define this cuisine. It's a crossover cuisine.
The crossover creations don't stop there. Have a look at this next dish, the shrimp pico. What's a pico, you say? Well, it's Chef Vaughan's take on a pita and taco combined, hence the word pico.
Well, the idea came in, I wanted to do short ribs and a steak and eggs in a pita bread. I couldn't fit them in properly. And then the idea came in, okay, why not come up with a crossover between a pita bread and a taco? So just for fun, I said, okay, we'll call it pico. And you know, I was getting bored with just having shawarma in it. I wanted to put roasted cauliflower with eggs in it and stuff like that. I wanted to come up with something more innovative there, more creative.
I'm gonna dig in right now. It looks amazing. The shrimp is lightly fried, coated so well, and the fish inside is very, very flaky. Incredible. And you got that kick of sriracha sauce. Amazing.
I think the whole world, we're all fascinated with street food, right? People who travel, I get many people from the restaurants. Either they've gone to India or they've gone to anywhere in the world, even in Far East. They're not able to eat street food. They're always scared. They're always scared that they might get sick. So I thought, you know what, why not? It's quite a mystery, you know. You want to eat there, it looks very delicious, but you don't want to, then you're scared. You don't want to fall sick while on your trip. So I thought, you know what, it'll be fun to bring it into a restaurant. So I picked from, you know, I travel extensively. I love traveling. So I picked some of the dishes, I create my own version, put it in the kitchen, and I have a great team to put it together.
Back in the kitchen, Vaughan's team is preparing a chicken shawarma board. Not your average chicken off the spit shawarma though. Here, the chicken is freshly prepared, marinated with salt, black pepper, cinnamon, garlic, bay leaf, coriander, and oil. The chicken is marinated for 24 hours before it is sauteed in a pan and plated alongside a variety of condiments. So excited to try this. Gonna get some chicken. And then, you know what? I'm gonna try the butterbean puree here. Here goes. Extremely flavorful. And that butterbean puree is so creamy, it cuts through the rich spices from the chicken. Incredible. If meat dishes aren't quite your thing, don't worry. The Fat Beet offers a variety of salads and vegetarian options. Take, for example, their sweet summer salad. Beetroot, endive, nectarines, gorgonzola cheese, and whole almonds are mixed together with Dijon mustard and honey garlic drizzled over top. Have a listen to what this customer had to say about this fresh dish.
I love coming here because they offer a variety of salads and vegetarian options. The salad that I have right here is the sweet summer salad with peaches, beets, almonds, and gorgonzola cheese. So I really like the sweet and savory aspect of it.
And there are more vegetarian dishes where that came from. One of my favorites, the roasted cauliflower, inspired by Chef Vaughan's travels to Israel, where cauliflower is all the rage. A generous portion of cauliflower is roasted in the oven. Then, chopped onions, olive oil, salt, and pepper are sauteed in a pan and combined with the cauliflower. Next, some sumac and chopped parsley are added to the mix before being placed atop a celery root puree. And lastly, I'm most excited to try this dish. It's the roasted cauliflower with a celery root puree around and topped with a quail egg. I'm gonna try this with their very unique pita made with lavender. Bet you haven't tried that before. Okay, here goes. I'm gonna get some cauliflower in there, some puree. Creamy, and the pine nuts give it that crunch. Incredible texture.
I think more than education, I think it's more about traveling. It is more about feeling, touching things, you're going away. You know, so I'm that sort of a guy who loves going through these experiences and then creating my own version.
Vaughan's travels have served him well, and thankfully, he has brought his own take on these dishes to York Region. Now, we can all enjoy this crossover cuisine without having to get on a plane.
Here's a recap of what we featured on today's show. For authentic paella, tapas, and sangria without leaving York Region, try Lobo Iberico in Newmarket. The Fat Beet in Thornhill redefines Mediterranean. Try their shrimp pico. And stacked sushi is the new rage, especially at KaKa Sushi in Markham. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Eat Here York Region. If you have a restaurant you'd like to add to the list, drop us a line at rogerstv.com/eathere York Region. Here's to good eating, York Region.